Hello. In today's video, I want to go over something that I find quite interesting that is going on right now that literally could be like a huge change for the game, which is, well, first let's explain a bit the situation. So I think as of tomorrow, probably, yeah, I think it was tomorrow, in this KVK 4029, we had two alliances fighting over, which was FSK versus the Lion coalition. Like they have Lion Alliance and then they have like LC. So anyways, Lion, they were fighting over this Spire, which right now we can see is in control of FSK. Okay, we checked the layout of the map. Lion was in control of pretty much, I think, like all spires except this one. And yesterday there was like a complaint, which I will show in screen right now, where the R5 of FSK was pretty much just saying that was just saying that the Lion Alliance was literally cheating in several ways. They were using, for example, scripts, they were using auto-retreat functions, pretty much like, let's say you make a script that whenever your screen blinks, you auto-retreat. They were blaming them on stuff like that because from their POV, they had way more power than Lion and the fights were not even close, like they were performing excellent, like on a non-human level, we could say. Okay, so we saw that announcement in the COD Discord, few hours went by, and then suddenly we start hearing reports that Lion members are getting banned. Okay, I'm talking that I think the total amount of people banned on Lion is around 70 people, which is a lot, and all the bans, or at least the ones that we've been able to see, were for 13 days, okay? Which usually 13 days, I mean, I wanna believe that 13 days is not like, because Lion was blaming FSK of mass reporting them. Look, I wanna believe that mass report doesn't lead to a 13-day ban, especially in KVK. For me, if you get mass reported, at most you should be server muted in case you're being extremely toxic, until a developer can literally check what's going on and like verifying the information. Or like, I don't know, I think that should be plenty of enough. Like developers should at most take 24 hours to see cases like this. Okay, so yeah, pretty much we have here an alliance who literally got around 70 members banned, more or less, like for like an average of 13 days. Now, for lucky for them, well, lucky or not, I mean, I don't know, because the issue is they're in the middle of the KVK, so imagine you're fighting and now suddenly you lose 70 members that are actively fighting. Right now your KVK, like, well, yeah, like half your alliance is gone. It looks like maybe they are able to get into like all those accounts active again before Dragon Zone. I'm not sure about their current hours zone, but yeah, like this could lead to, for example, all this zone being lost. Now, Lion members said, for example, like they recorded some videos as proof of them that they are not cheating. Look, I told them, for me that's not enough proof, okay? The main reason is we have streamers who literally stream live and are actually having cheats on. Like we've seen many cases of this with shooters. So no, a footage for me is not enough proof. Plus, I want to believe that the devs will not ban 70 accounts just because mass reports. I do believe there's something going on here. Now, do I believe the 70 people, like the 70 person, are cheating? No, I do not believe that. There's that, like, easily this could be a case where you're too close to a cheater that you get used, like you literally become collateral damage, and I think probably that's what happened. Do I believe someone from here was cheating? Yeah, most likely. I do not believe that the devs will literally ban so many people if there was not some clear proof of banning, okay? Now, do I think Kyle is not helping in this situation? Yes, because he's literally bragging about, oh look, I own Lilith, blah blah blah. Okay, all this does is invalidate your point that they are cheating, okay? That's the truth. Because like now people will use that to discredit your accusations and just saying that because you almost spent $1 million in the game, that he literally just owns the game, okay? When I mean there's people who spend probably an equal amount, okay? And anyways, yeah, so look, there was something interesting in the game that happened a couple days ago, which is this. Okay, so I was playing and suddenly I got this pop-up on my main account. I had to go to my farm because I didn't check it here, which for me was odd because it's like, okay, they are like kind of telling what it's again TOS, terms of service with the game, which we already kind of know. So for me this was odd. This was like, okay, why will they remind us? So if we check again a bit, like number one, the use of plugins, synchronizers, and or third-party software that affects the fairness of the game is strictly forbidden. Okay, upon discovery, severe measures will be taken. This is kind of one of the accusations that Kale made, that they were using like synchronizers. So what Kale said is that whenever they were targeting some like them, they will literally instantly back up, so they will not receive as much damage. Plus, what he said is that a lot of their accounts will literally focus the same marches all over again, thus like literally one-shotting some marches. I have no information whether this is true or not, so take this with a grain of salt. I'm just explaining what they did, or like what Kale said they did. Okay, but this will be one of the, in theory, and we saw from some of the guys banned that the CS team told them that they were using third-party software, so this seems to be one of the breaches that they committed. Another one, any form of sale, purchase, of transfer of accounts is strictly forbidden. Now, sale and purchases of accounts is clearly like something they don't like, and it's been the same with Rise of Kingdoms. Now, for me, the big question is here. Transfer of accounts is strictly forbidden. What do we understand as transfer of accounts? Do we mean like gifting an account because I stopped playing, or does this mean piloting? Because if this includes piloting, now we're talking like something way bigger. Okay, piloting in Rise of Kingdoms is extremely common. Like literally, pilots define KVKs. Clear example is GB 377 versus 60GT. It's obviously 60GT had way more pilots, and one of the main factors for why they won, like they had accounts with 24 hours of upkeep, which no sane person can do. You can do it for 1 day. After 3 days of fighting, and at that level, you're not able to really play. Like you need a break, okay? Yet they did. So this for me is one of the problems. They are not clear enough. We always had that piloting was against TOS, yet it was never enforced by Lilith, okay? So when you release this creates the vacuum of, does it mean that now they will actually enforce this, or does it mean that people can actually keep using pilots? And they need to be extremely clear with this. They cannot literally swap and just repeat the TOS that we already read. Because for most people this will be like, okay, just another, whatever. They need to say from now on we're actually enforcing no piloting of accounts, and it's super important that they do this. So yeah, they speak a bit about the issues that you might encounter whenever you engage on any of these activities, which is personal account information, payments, data being breached, etc, etc. Then they talk about purchase made via non-official channels and third parties are strictly forbidden. I don't know how you can do this, to be honest. Like, I have not seen any, like, for example, you have Instant Gaming, you have Aneva, you have web pages that usually sell keys of games at a cheaper price, but I've never seen those pages sell anything related to Lilith games, so I have no clue how you get this. So yeah, we got this message, so when I read this, it left me a bit unsettled, and I was like, okay, let's PM the Call of Drown support and see what they say. So I will show you in the screen. I asked the CS pretty much, has anything changed, because I'm pretty sure I read this and it's pretty much all the same, which he said, okay, we will contact you in PM. I went and received an answer to my PM, which pretty much stated, we are actually just, like, the text is the same, everything, TOS has not changed. Now the thing is, we're looking to increase the punishments and the restrictiveness of the TOS. Like, it seems that they are getting serious. Plus, he said that they are improving the automatic system detection for anything that breaches TOS. For me, this means that this could be just what happened this weekend. They have improved the system. People who were not getting caught before now are getting caught. People who, like, maybe the system is too overtuned. These things usually happens whenever you touch the anti-cheat. There's a high likelihood that there's some false bans too, because whenever you touch the anti-cheat, like, it could, like, literally get some people that should not be banned. So yeah, it's a bit of a tricky situation, because I do believe there are some people that got banned that deserve to get banned, because they probably used some third-party software, or they were, like, transferring accounts or piloting other people's account. And at the same time, I do believe that there are probably some false positive, that it's either, like, they were too close to the cheaters, or they were just, like, I don't know, they, for example, put too many hours, where then now the system says, okay, you cannot be awake for 20 hours straight playing, so maybe you're a bot, and they just got banned, okay? I do believe we are in a kind of a situation like this, and I don't know, let's see how this ends up. But yeah, for everyone, yeah, if you were doing anything that you were not supposed to be doing, maybe it's time to stop, because clearly something has changed in the harshness against TOS breachers. See you in the next one.